First, we're going to show you part of our annual StudentCam competition. It's a video competition for middle and high school students. And we want to show you one of our third place winners, our second prize winners, excuse me, some of their video and an interview that we did with them. The message for this year's StudentCam competition was, what is the most important issue for President Obama to address? Here's one of our second prize winners.
The first responsibility of President Barack Obama and the new Congress must pass it very early. A stimulus package.
My message to President Obama, if you want to bring this economy back, if you want to see that unemployment rate decrease and bring it down to 2.3 or 3.4, invest in corporate America, bring those jobs back to this country through the corporate income tax.
That's what hope is. That thing inside us that insists, despite all evidence to the contrary, that there are better days ahead. If we're willing to work for it, if we're willing to shed our fears, if we're willing to reach deep down inside ourselves when we're tired, when we're discouraged, and come back and fight back harder.
We have Eric Beeler on the phone, second prize StudentCam winner, whose school is in Alpharetta, Georgia. Eric, why did you decide to focus on unemployment for your documentary?
Well, I really decided to focus on this topic because right now, all you hear, like when you're driving through the car on the radio or on TV in the news, is so many people lost their job today, or a company cut so many workers. And it's just really sad that, it's affecting our nation so badly. And it's something that, personally, I think we need to face head on, that, the president needs to address as one of the most pressing issues facing our nation right now.
Has your family been affected by unemployment?
Yes. My family, they own a business right now. It's mechanical contracting. So they do things like installing a heating and air conditioning unit in your house and stuff like that. So people right now, they're more reluctant to spend money because they're trying to save it up, and they don't have as much right now. So they may wait an extra year or so to spend the money to get a new unit in their house or something like that. Therefore, my parents have to wait a whole year to get that income for their business. So really, it's affecting me and my family personally really badly right now.
What about your friends? Have they been affected?
Yes. A lot of times all I hear is people in my school saying, yeah, my dad just lost my job today. Or my parents, yeah, their hours got cut this week. And, it's really sad that it's not just affecting the parents or adults in society, it's also affecting the kids. And a lot of times, it affects us more than the adults. Even though it's their job, we get ultimately some of the major effects. So that's why I thought it's very important, to hit this topic.
Why did you choose the people you did to interview in your documentary?
Well, I decided that, I'm just a kid, so I cannot give anybody the best perspective on what's happening with our economy. So I decided to interview someone who was their job to help our nation in going through these economic times of distress. So I had Congressman John Lewis, Representative Melvin Everson, and even a police chief to tell me about how the crime rate and what people will do when they're in a bad situation. Well, if you're in a bad situation, would you rob a bank? Would you steal from someone else's property? What would you do to support your family? And that's some of the questions that I wanted to hit with the police chief, too.
And have you noticed that crime has increased in your community?
Definitely. I see all of the time on TV, on the news, that people who, just average people who would have a perfect job, a great family, all of a sudden they're getting booked for armed robbery. And it's, heartbreaking that people like that are actually, driven to these type of situations where they have to do something as wrong as robbing a bank just to support their family or get food on the table at night. And, that we really shouldn't have that.
And what did you learn about interviewing a Republican politician and a Democratic politician?
I really learned about why the Republicans think the way they think. I mean, why did Representative Melvin Everson say we need to cut the corporate income tax? He said because the money we save with cutting the income tax, they'll spend on hiring more employees. And then why did John Lewis say that we need the stimulus package? Because families that are without a job or without a home or without Medicare or anything like that, they need a backbone to push them back up on their feet and say, hey, you know, you can do it. And they need that economic support.
And my last question for you, Eric, is as a second prize winner, you're going to receive some money. What do you plan to do with your prize money?
Well, I'm thinking about putting it, mainly all of it in the bank. But of course, you know, it's a nice sum of money, so of course I have to take at least 100 or so and buy something nice for myself for all the work. But mainly I think it's all going to go in the bank.
Sounds like a good plan. Congratulations again, Eric, and thank you for your time.
Oh, thank you.
You can watch Eric's winning video as well as all of our winning StudentCam videos at www.studentcam.org.